Hello, everybody. It's me, Professor Mac McKenzie. Thanks for joining me. Right, I'm ready to tell you what. It's very hot at the moment. Too hot for us, dogs from future. So what I've had to do is we're filming down here in it's an underground bunker essentially. Yes, hello everyone. Thank you for joining me, Professor Mac McKenzie, Head of Travel in Time Studies at the University of 3032 onwards. Thank you, my students watching in 3032 and subsequent years, and a very special thank you to the 3 or 4 people regularly watching this, humans, watching this series in 2026. Now, in 3032, these episodes are being released on a weekly basis, but here in 2026, well, they're released when circumstances allow us to release them. Now, here in 2026, this episode is several weeks late, and that is in the context of Cal already falling behind on this project. This is episode 17, and here in July 2026, Cal had aimed to have completed at least 26 episodes by now, 1 a week. But to cut a long story short, he has once again breached travel in time legislation. Oh, flipping heck. And once more, he is before our courts, we call them council in 3032. Well, issues will be resolved, we know that. And once more, but, he is before our courts, and the issues will be resolved, as I said, and I will help him out whilst he is unavailable, because he is my little pet, and I love him dearly. But I cannot guarantee that these episodes will be released on a weekly basis. There may be further disruption. Quite frankly, I'm a little annoyed at Cal. Anyway, well, more will come at that in the future. Anyway, so what I've done is Cal recorded this episode just before his current arrest, the silly sausage. But the council, in their tremendous kindness and understanding, have allowed us to release this episode whilst the legal issues are being worked through. He hasn't done a terrible thing. It's foolishness. Essentially, he brought something back. It's like a little human treat we have in the future. We give them to humans. They love them, like little snacks. But he brought them back here, and he wasn't supposed to do that, and he lost a couple. And, if humans are today, it's him, they drive them absolutely insane. They're the most fantastic thing they've ever experienced in their lives. It's like a psychedelic trip or something like that. They essentially, they let humans experience all the things we can experience, our fantastic sense of smell and stuff like that. It opens their minds. Go crazy. Anyway, he shouldn't have brought her back, and he definitely shouldn't have lost any. So he's in big trouble. Well, we'll see what's Apple. Anyway, so Cal recorded this episode just before that arrest, and while the legal issues are being worked through, thanks for your understanding, viewers here in 2026. Now, viewers in 3032, you know what's going on because it's all over the news feeds. But I do say to you, please be discreet. We do not want any more time travel tourists popping back here to 2026. So without much further ado, I'm going to put the episode Cal recorded on. Now, one thing I must point out, that obviously Cal, because of the legal ongoing situation, the council won't allow Cal's face, ravaged as it is by time travel, exhausting experience. They won't allow his face to be shown because people who know what they're talking about will realise he's been travelling backwards and forwards in time. So what we've done through extreme capabilities of the future, we have distorted and hidden his face, essentially, while the court case is going on. So you won't see his actual face. What you'll see is a highly sophisticated AI-generated disguise. So, you know, but as soon as the court case is over and the situation's resolved, that particular disguise will just disappear and you'll see him like a normal human being, which of course he's not. Oh, anyway, over to Cal. Over to Cal. Where are we now? Oh, you know, it's not easy doing this stuff without a human helper because we haven't got bloody hands that are very useful for these kind of things. You know, it's intricate, these keyboards. And of course, in the future, I can do it myself, you know, through my stuff, what I've got, you know, our technology. But we can't use technology of the future here because, you know, won't be allowed. Now, how do I stop it? I think I pressed that button there. Oh, hello everybody, and welcome to episode 17 of Have a Cup of Tea with me, Doonican. And I've got to say, it's such a relief now that the truth is out. I feel much better knowing that now we can be open and honest with each other, you know, and nothing come between us. It's wonderful. So yes, the truth is out now, and it's such a relief. I mean, all these years hiding the truth has been extremely stressful. So I feel tremendously unburdened. So yeah, thanks. More of that later, but thanks for coming to listen to this episode, episode 17 of Have a Cup of Tea with Doonican. That's me. First of all, I would like to say thank you very much to Professor McKenzie for hosting this podcast while I have been unavailable. Now, I'm saying thank you as it's a human convention of these times. Of course, Professor McKenzie, Head of Travel in Time Studies at the University of Woof commencing in 3032. As an evolved dog, he can smell my gratitude. He and his fellow life form, all the other highly evolved dogs of the future, they can smell every emotion. And he is well aware of the love and gratitude I feel towards him. But once more, I will say thank you very much, Professor McKenzie, for keeping this going while I couldn't. Now, in case you're not one of the 4 or 5 humans from this timeline, 2026, who have followed this series from its inception, I want to do a quick recap. Yes, my name is Doonican. Yes, I am a human being, but the fact is I am from the future. Yeah, I was born in the year 3000, which is a nice even number to remember. And to cut it very short, in the future, artificial general intelligence, so that's something that develops from artificial intelligence, which everybody's heard of now, develops, you know, artificial general intelligence develops from that, and you know, we might as well call them robots. I suppose that's the most illustrative word from these days. So yeah, robots rule the world hand in hand with dogs in the future, and you know, they're not dogs as you or I would know them today here, people in 2026. No, when the robots took over nearly 1,000 years before I was born, about 900, I'd say roughly, when the robots took over, they decided they wanted an oxygen breathing life force to help them run the world. There was only one thing that the robots agreed upon at that time, and that was that it wasn't going to be humans. Anyway, so after lots of talks and discussions, they agreed that dogs would be the best candidates. They said, and they were right, dogs were loving, loyal, intelligent, and their interests were and are pure, eating, sleeping, making love, enjoying smells. So robots fast-tracked dogs' evolution, and as I understand it, by the time I was born in 3000, robots and dogs had been jointly caring for the planet. In this current time, you'd call it ruling the world, but that's what they do. Generally caring for the planet for about 900 years. So yeah, if you are a human from this present timeline and you want to know more, please go back, like and subscribe, and listen to earlier episodes. Probably episode 10, probably the best one to start at. If you are one of the 4 or 5 humans from this present time who have listened to this series in order since it started, I feel I do owe you an apology, which I will give after I've played this week's song, which is Generation Game. It's called Generation Game, and it's by the Cartoon Killers. And here it comes now.
Generation game, generation game, generation game, generation game. Think what you'd like, a motorbike or a flying car. You're a superstar in your flying car. Strange, you feel no pain. Say it again, you feel no pain. Specialization of this nation, indoctrination. Don't rise above your station. Don't think, just drink. Raise the glass to the upper class. Doff your cap, Wally. Your cards are marked, and your dog can't bark. The bus is gone, and you went on, and the bus is gone. Generation game. Look at what you could have won. Look at what you could have won. Look at what you could have won.
Yeah, there you go. I hope you liked that. Yeah, Generation Game by Cartoon Killers. So yeah, that's one of mine there, operating as the Cartoon Killers. If you like it, it's on all the usual platforms, Spotify, Amazon, Apple Music, etc. If you don't like it, it's still on all those platforms. Thank you very much for listening. Now, look, I did want to say I'm truly sorry, dear human friends, from this time, from 2026, for misleading you. I didn't mean to mislead you. I specifically want to apologise to those people who started listening to this because I said it was going to be about promoting emotional well-being. When I said that, I was sincere in that moment that that's what I wanted it to be about. That was my intention, but events have overtaken us. I must say that it's really far too an important subject, emotional well-being and mental health, to be tackled by me now. Yes, I was a mental health professional for 37 years in this timeline, but it wasn't easy travelling backward and forwards from the future to go to work. Yes, I did become a specialist mental health practitioner, and yeah, I got a master's degree in my specialist field. But I got a lot of support from Professor McKenzie and people in this timeline, and I'm very grateful about all that. And I took it very seriously at the time. But doing a podcast on those subjects now, the subject of emotional well-being and mental health, is much too important. And because it's very important, it became very time-consuming and demanding to try and do it properly. And as if you watch the early episodes, I did it far from properly, a very long way away from properly. And yeah, I was disappointed with that. So, and I could have worked hard and spent more time doing it, but I am, in essence, to quote the Sex Pistols, a lazy sod. I'm a lazy sod. And yet I don't want to work hard. I think it's a lot to do with in the future, in the year 3000 where I'm from, we don't work hard. We just live and enjoy the things that we do. Those are our purposes in life. We try and enjoy everything we do and just spread love and gratitude. We have enough food and shelter for everyone. Everyone has what they need. No one has too much like they do here now in 2026. There's no millionaires, no billionaires or trillionaires. So we humans of the future, we just spend our time having fun, enjoying ourselves, having a laugh, helping each other out. Now, yeah, I suppose you could say we work for the dogs. Well, it's true, I do things to help the professor and his family. As the professor has said many times, their paws aren't as adaptable as our human hands. So, moving things, tickling, scratching stuff, pulling thorns out, we do stuff like that for dogs. But it's not work, they're family. Now, my friends here in this timeline, friends from 2026, since all this has come out, they've been saying things like, how can we help you? What can we do? It's terrible that humans are subservient to dogs and robots in the future. It's terrible we don't rule the world anymore. Can we help you do a revolution? So you'll probably recognise that was my mate Eddie who said that. And I say, no, Eddie, you don't understand. I said, you humans, you don't run the planet now. It's run by a few evil bastards. Surely that's clear. You're all subservient to them. You have no real power. Even in supposedly wealthy countries like the one I'm living in 2026, most people spend the vast majority of their lives doing things they don't want to do, but need to do to survive or to ensure their families have enough to survive. Our lives in the future world, cared for by robots and dogs, they're vastly better than humans' lives now, So, yes, this podcast, it has become something else. So, yeah, I apologise if, I didn't mean to let you down in that regard. Just essentially, I suppose, this now is just about me doing something I enjoy that's not hard work.
Does that make sense? Yeah, so I do apologise. Now this podcast has become what it really was all along. If I had insight into the dark cobwebs areas of my mind, an opportunity for me to create nonsense and foolishness, which I find therapeutic. I didn't need that therapy in 3000, but thanks Professor McKenzie, he let me come back and try and do music stuff here. And I tell you what, this world is stressful here in 2026 and the other times I've been here. So yeah, you need that. I need that foolishness and fun to cope. So that's all this is now. Anyway, this nonsense and foolishness I find therapeutic, which means that even though it's nonsense and foolishness, it's not foolish, it's sensible, and that's fun for me. So that's good. So if there are other people from these current times enjoy this, then that's wonderful. That's a great joy for me. And it's also great joy for me that I have created content that my loving master, my guardian, the great and kind father figure, that is Professor McKenzie, head of Travelling Time Studies at the University of Woof, can use for his students in the 3030s. So yeah, that's that. I'm getting back on my feet now after the travel in time sickness, and yeah, hopefully building on the feedback I've had from some of my very kind and supportive friends from this time, like Dennis and that. Don't want to start a revolution sort of thing. Eddie, thanks very much, but I'll try and get more visual stuff going. That's another area of feedback you've said. So anyway, yeah. The other thing to mention, future episodes, I have received, not me obviously, Professor received it, some funding for adverts because so many people listen to this in the future, in the 3030s, millions of people. So yeah, there'll be some advertising for things that are available in the 3030s. Which, if you're from 2026, might not make sense, but hopefully won't put you off. Anyway, thank you for listening and joining and watching and all that kind of stuff. I hope you come back for more. Please keep your eyes and ears open. This was Have a Cup of Tea with Cal Doonican, episode 17. Please come back for episode 18, coming soon. Like and subscribe. I think that's what people say. That would be very nice. Take care. See you soon. Bye for now. Thank you. Ta-ra.